Welcome to my part 2 of my Knack playthrough. As you can see at this particular point, we are in the forest now. We're going through the woods because we're going to find those goblins. If you haven't played the actual game or you don't really know about the story, because I'm not really going to include the cutscenes. I just wanted to mainly show me actually playing the game. Pretty much the goblins at this point, we're going to try to get the goblins to stop or try to fight them or see what's wrong anyway with them, because they were not really all that harmful before, and now they're really causing trouble for the world. And me and Knack and the professor are going to find out what's going on. But also some of the other people at the lab are somewhere lurking around here as well. And again, I have my suspicions regarding some of the villains or whatever who might be a villain. I haven't beat the game or anything, so this isn't a spoiler. This is strictly predictions of who I think could possibly be the villain. Like I said, I definitely see a lot of shadiness from the guy in the all black, the other professor that initially didn't want Knack to be on the journey, probably because he didn't want to get exposed. But as far as like the game so far, and again, forgive me because I know the quality isn't all that. I'm working on the best solution at the moment. Apparently, somebody hit me up and said I can record. The actual videos can be like saved via Twitch or whatever, so I set up the settings for that. So not the next gameplay, but in a future gameplay, I'll try that and see if the quality is any better, just directly getting the videos from Twitch instead of like using QuickTime Player. So I'll see if that is any better. But as of right now, this is what we got. And as far as the environments in Knack, I love something that I've always loved about just and I guess this is a little whatever, but with like the next gen consoles, specifically with like since PS3 and Xbox 360, I've always loved how beautiful the environments look in HD, especially like you look at the trees and they look so realistic. And then you come to PS4, and while it isn't a major jump, it's not like, oh my god, compared to like from PS2 to PS3 with the HD update or stuff like that. It still looks slightly, in certain aspects, just like wow. Maybe it's just me that I'm just wowed by modern graphics compared to like you go back and you look at NES graphics, and it's like you got all these 8 no, not even 16-bit, like 8-bit looking games and stuff like that. And then you come to this and it's just like, I can't believe how far technology has come, to the point where I'm just in awe at like, oh my god, look at the shadowing of the light. It really looks like it's light in that place. So a lot of times I just be in awe with that. And I'm not even, again, I'm not old or anything like that to be like, oh, my NES or whatever. But I just stay astonished, especially even coming from the PS2 to PS3, and then of course PS3 to PS4. But just the fucking jump and graphics is incredible. And I don't want to sound like a graphics or anything, because it's not like, oh, I only play games for graphics, but I just really enjoy the visuals that you get in a lot of these games, especially in like Knack. It just looks really freaking awesome. And I think I said this in my last one, but Knack really does look like Bowser, especially when he builds up and gets more relics or whatever. He really looks like a freaking Bowser look-alike or whatever. Now, one of my problems with Knack in particular is when you're fighting these villains, and like sometimes you'll get really really far, and then it's like, oh fuck, because you like lose and then you gotta start all over. And with Knack, it's like you get a couple hits and you're done. Like I forget if it's like 2 or 3 hits and you're gone. That's why it's good to really try to build up your HP. And I don't know exactly if there's any tactics to get it up any quicker besides just going through the story or whatever. But that's one thing definitely, because it's really annoying when you're playing the game and like you get like 2 or 3 hits and bang, gotta start the level all over again and do everything. And sometimes that's frustrating. I tried my best to cut out a lot of my losses as well, so it kind of just seems straight through, because obviously you guys don't want to just sit here seeing me like lose 1,000 times. And I've also heard that people want to hear me record these live. Again, I have a lot of complications with that as well. It's a little tricky, but I'm gonna try doing that, because you will get a couple freaking laps from me, and I'll even leave in some of the rage quitting. Why not? When I get frustrated or whatever, because especially with this game, like with Assassin's Creed and Battlefield, I never really get that, like, I don't know, annoyed when I lose or whatever. But with this game, I just be like, fuck, because I don't know, it's just something about the environments or whatever. Platformers in general, I guess I just really I don't know, there's something about them that I just really enjoy. So maybe with if I do these live, you guys will probably get a kick out of some of my reactions or whatever, because when it comes to gaming, I can get really hardcore at it, and sometimes, yes, I rage quit as well. Well, not necessarily rage quit, but I fucking go I go off. All right, as you can see, we're moving in, fighting these bugs. I really, yeah, I need to definitely remember to do that more often, because sometimes like I'll be stuck and it's like, oh fuck, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then eventually it's like, oh okay, yeah, I could just use one of these moves. I wish there was a way to build up like that you have permanent those or something like that, because it would just make things a little bit more easier. But then again, I guess it'd be a little too easy to like have constantly those gold bars, so you could just keep doing those special maneuvers or whatever. But or maybe if there was a way to have more of them. I think like as you go along, it gets bigger. You can have more of those gold bars around, hopefully, because that would be a lot better to have. Just a lot of those, so you can keep on going through. And when you have a lot of these little Smurf looking dudes, you can just keep spamming those shits. Yes, I am still a spammer, people. All right, we're going through. We're going through spiders. Wait, is that no? What the hell is that? No, those are like not butterflies. I don't even know what the hell those are. Those just like ladybug lookalikes. I don't know. Yes, I am not an expert at bugs, people, or flies, or anything like that. And there's probably an exact term for them too, and I'm just calling them like bugs, butterflies, and all sorts of shit. But I just love to kick their ass. It's such a gratifying feeling when you like kick their ass. Oh, and I think I just missed something. I think I could have broke that wall. Wow, looking at this in retrospect, shit. I think I could have broke that wall and probably got like a special relic or something. But what I was saying is like, especially when like you kick their ass and like that last swing when it goes in slow motion, it just makes it like, oh yeah, fucking kick their ass. I love that feeling when you finally like, yeah, right there, bang! That is just such a great feeling. It's like, yeah, I fucking whip their ass and I get the last punch in slow motion, bitch. A lot of fun with Knack. I don't know. I still don't know why people are giving it such bad ratings, 4s and 5s out of 10s. Like, again, up to this point, I will still say I give this game at least a 6.5 or a 7. It's a fun platformer. I mean, if they want to, and this isn't me trying to like put down whatever, because again, I'm not even an experienced shooter, but if they're gonna give all these Call of Duties and all the Battlefield games and all these, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, then at least be fair and reasonable with platformers as well. Sure, we don't have those environments like the shooters that are just absolutely, oh my god, it looks like the real world, but at least be fair and be reasonable with platformers, because nowadays platformers don't sell like they used to. I remember Crash Bandicoot games, and I heard rumors that Activision was kind of thinking about bringing it back or something. I think there was like an article from them, a statement that they made saying, yeah, we're looking at ways to bring the franchise back, the beloved franchise, whatever. And it's like they just don't pop off like they used to. And unfortunately, with reviews, because a lot of people take a game like IGN and GameSpot like into consideration into whether they're buying a game or not. I wish they would just be a little bit more reasonable, because like these games are freaking awesome, and if they're only going to keep giving the shooters like these high scores and not some of these games, it's unfair, because then that it'll equal people not buying them, and then less companies will be willing to make them, and then if there's never at some given point, maybe they say, you know what, fuck it, we're done doing platformers, and then that'll really be terrible. So I'm just saying, if you're going to give Call of Duties 9s and 10s, at least be reasonable with the platformers. Here's a reviewer telling other reviewers, hey, be reasonable. Oh well, fuck it. This is just my opinion. Yeah, okay, let's see what else we got here. A lot of jumping in this game. I wish there was a little bit more, like, some sort of grappling or something you could do, like throwing the relics into the wall or some shit, combining with the wall. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, we got Bowser. Tell me that don't look like Bowser with the little red thing on his head. And again, if you see cuts like that, that's because I'm either trying to cut out the cutscenes or whatever. I don't want, because, I still want to be a little, on the fence regarding, I don't know if Sony, whatever, oh, we don't want our cutscenes, because I know it's, the Storm games, it was a lot of fucking annoying shit I had to deal with the cutscenes on having, like, I would miss a cutscene or two and I would leave it in, and then I get third party matchups, and it was just really freaking annoying. So I just don't want to deal with that with a Knack. That's why I'm trying my best to get rid of every cutscene I possibly can. So if it looks funny, it's either that I lost, and it's like you don't want to see me lose 10 billion times, because that would probably be very repetitive and annoying, or I'm getting rid of the cutscenes. Just a heads up on that. But if I play these live and you get my audio, then maybe I'll leave them up, and I'll try not to have 10 billion losses. Because you don't want to hear me going, fucking shit, no! Yeah, we're reaching the end. We got what? What we got here? Another minute and a half. And we got Bowser, football player Bowser. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Why isn't it? What's with that switch? Broken switch, huh? And I think there's a cutscene right here. I always, by the way, if you see me backing up, I'm always just being thorough, looking in case there's any of those gold power-ups, just to make sure or whatever, because I like to be thorough about the environment and make sure I get everything, so it's not like I'm just dicking around for the sake of it. Alright, we got the relic, as you can see, skipping the cutscenes. Oh yeah. And if I stay quiet, by the way, forgive me, it's just that I stay at all sometimes looking at this game, because, I don't know, it just looks so cool, in my opinion, anyway. Fuck him up, come on. Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Damn, 2-hit KO, bitch! Oh. Oh, look, the Smurfs with hammers. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm Knack, bitch. I'm Baby Bowser right now. Come at me, bro. But we're reaching the end of this part. I will have the next part. Probably my next video won't be a Knack video. I might do episode 2 of playing that Attack on Titan game. I've been dying to revisit it, see what's up with that. So I might do Titan next. Or I have a Storm video coming up. I'm going to talk regarding Full Burst. But until then, as always, people, bring your A game. It's no longer a game, people. Oh, yeah.